Jeffrey Cranor and Joseph Fink, the creators of the podcast. Now, you know about the Welcome to Night Vale podcast if you watched our Comic-Con episode.
But just to give you a little bit more information about it, Night Vale, it's this desert with lots of weird people.
And weird things.
Like the glow cloud.
Night Vale is a friendly desert community where the sun is hot, the moon is beautiful, and mysterious lights pass overhead while we all pretend to sleep. So the Welcome to Night Vale novel is about Diane, Crayton, and Jackie Fierro. They are approached by a man in a tan jacket who gives them a little slip of paper that says King City on it. They're trying to find out about King City and unravel all the mystery. When Diane's son goes missing, that complicates everything further, and
it's just really hard to explain a book like this because when people are asking me what's Night Vale? What are you listening to? I'm like, I can't tell you. It's just so many things, but they always got off topic, which was kind of what made it great. They'll be talking about something, and then before you know it, you're talking about something completely different for pages upon pages.
And then they'll say at the end, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's go back to the story.
Okay. It's just very good, and I love this writing, and I love the podcast.
Extremely sarcastic, very funny, very witty. I liked it when Jackie and Diane went to the library. They were in serious peril because of the librarians who live in the library. They're these giant, terrifying winged creatures, and they attack people who come to the library and disturb them. It's very dangerous to go to the library.
My favorite part of the story was when they were about to introduce Diane and her weird morphing son.
He's a shape-shifting kind of deal, I guess. He can go into all these different forms, but he still retains cognitive thought.
But he's a regular teenage boy.
He likes to drive his car as a wolf spider, which is one, terrifying, and B, extremely unsafe, seeing as they're 3 inches long?
Anyway, we're sidetracking. When they're about to introduce Diane, they're saying to picture their house. And I think for about 3 pages, they go on, picture a house like this. And then I was like, that's not it. Picture a house like this. And I was so creeped out. I felt like it was reading my mind.
This book, stares into your soul.
My favorite character was probably Everett.
He has 40,000 names. Along the lines of Everett.
He's that random guy who gave our main characters the slips that said King City. But the thing is, every time they talk to him, he's like, oh, I never told you my name. Did you get my name?
He's been in the Night Vale podcast for a while, and they refer to him as the man in the tan jacket. And I think his deerskin suitcase is full of flies. And
flies, you say? Flies?
This is my aesthetic, ombre flies. You find out later in the book that he is a fly salesman to make more money on the side. They take that like it's a normal thing. Who is a fly salesman?
Needed extra money. Gotta become a fly salesman.
How do you just catch a bunch of flies and put them in a suitcase and walk around saying, excuse me, ma'am, do you want some flies?
Flies for sale. Get your flies here.
Get your fresh flies. Well, I'm sure he'd make a lot of money off of frogs if frogs could talk or handle money. They don't even have thumbs.
Yes, they do.
They're nubs. They're not fingers.
They can stick to things.
Just stick to things.
We're sidetracking again.
I really like Jackie Fierro, and she owns the Night Vale pawn shop.
She's recently turned 19, but
she's always turning 19. She's been 19 forever.
And she's recently the new owner of the pawn shop.
But she's been the owner of the pawn shop
for years. But then again, time in Night Vale doesn't work.
It's not there. I would rate this book 5 glow clouds.
I'd say 5 glow clouds. Definitely TWEEKS approved. And I think this book is good for kids about 10 and up, boys and girls. I think people of all ages would enjoy it.
Younger kids would enjoy it, but they'd probably be like, what's happening?
And it'd kind of be hard.
Because they probably have the attention span of a fly.
So Night Vale has their Night Vale tours where they do live shows. And they basically record a show right there. But they stand on stage and the actors kind of acted out, and you get to see them, and it's really cool.
We went to a live show.
And it was
fantastic.
Walk into the theater. There are glow clouds everywhere. Cecil's and Carlos's. All
Costumes everywhere. I dressed up as an intern. It was really interesting to see the demographic. Lots and lots of teenagers, but then there were also lots and lots of old people. They seemed to be like the NPR listeners who just needed a new podcast to listen to.
I was just super surprised that they found this interesting, but you know, to each their own. But there were also lots of like 7, 8-year-olds.
There were a bunch of them sitting right behind me,
and they were talking like this. They were like, Alexa, blah, blah, blah. And they were
so annoying.
But yeah, we had a really good time nonetheless. At our show, the opening act was
Eliza Rickman.
And she was so good. She was really
Look her up. Eliza as in Eliza Doolittle, Rickman as in the guy who played Snape.
Then Cecil came on stage. And Cecil is the radio host on the show.
The actor's name is also Cecil.
He did his little Cecil thing. We don't want to give you spoilers, but you can listen to the episode.
You can buy it on iTunes once the tour is over. I highly recommend listening to this podcast.
Spoilers! Carlos came.
Dylan Marin is the actor.
And
Carlos is
I just about died.
Carlos is Cecil's scientist boyfriend, and he studies illegal sciences.
Which
is
legal sciences.
Geology. There's a lot of like weird laws and stuff.
But Cecil came and it was amazing. And then they said, I love you. And I was like,
but we don't want to tell you too much about what happened because technically we're not allowed to.
They had lots of other special guests. It was 2 hours long, including Eliza Rickman flew by. People should 100% definitely go see them on the tour. If you love Night Vale and they're going to a city near you, just go.
I would recommend listening to other episodes before you go to a live show. If you go to a live show,
you will be completely lost. So that's all for now.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Periscope, and like us on Facebook.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
And check back every Thursday on ComicMix.com for new videos.
Bye!